I want to know your thinking now. I was with this group. What are some things good readers do as they read to help them understand what they're reading? What's one thing?
If they're like reading a chapter book, you can imagine what they're doing.
Visualize. Very good. Visualize. That's very important. What did you say?
I said that they ask questions.
They ask questions. I might have to add some things. I made a chart before I came in about what good readers do. I might have to add to that chart. You guys are keeping me going. I love it. Yes?
On the side of Black Lagoon, there's like many questions on the side, and it says on the page until you get there. There's like A, B, and C. You have to pick one.
So you have to answer the questions. So not only do you ask the questions, you have to be able to answer the questions. I made a chart. I told you about that. And if I were going to add anything to the chart, I would add visualize. I could add a lot. I could add a lot to this chart. I could add fluency to this. These are things that I want to see you do today, okay, as you read. Looks like a long one. So I'm going to put it up here. Is it okay if I hang it up here?
Yep.
Okay. Everybody look up here. Make predictions before you read. Make predictions. What do you think is going to happen? Because that makes it fun. Sometimes your predictions are right, and sometimes they're wrong. And they change. So we're going to do that today. We're going to make predictions as we read. Ask questions. Did he have that one on there? Yeah. Ask questions. Who, what, when, where, why, how, or I wonder why he did that. But if you ask the questions, you need to go back and do what?
Answer questions.
Yeah, you need to try to answer them too. The other one is make connections. And this is what that means. Maybe you read a book that's pretty similar to the one we're going to read today. Maybe you read another book where something happened, like what happened in our book. You're making a connection. Or maybe something that we read today, something similar might have happened to you. You're making a connection to yourself or to another book. Or maybe you saw something on TV, or you heard about it happening out in the world. You're making connections. Inference. Does anybody know what an inference is? If I make an inference, what is that? If I infer.
It's just like you are thinking, but it's not always thinking. It's I think something else is happening.
Okay. So look up here. I gave you a little idea here. When you make an inference, you take clues from the story and what you know to make a guess. Okay? Does the author always come out and tell you everything that happens in a book?
No.
Okay. She was skipping along, singing a song on her first day of school. How old do you think this child is? It's her very first day of school.
10.
10? It's her very, very first day of school.
She has to be 5.
Five.
School?
Yeah, so she might be in kindergarten. Okay, did I come out and tell you how old she was? No, I didn't say a kindergartner was skipping. You had to infer. You had to make a guess, didn't you? Okay. Summarize. Boys and girls, whenever you read a page in a book, you need to stop and tell yourself, who did I read about and what happened? Who and what? What happens, think about it first, don't just tell me. What happens if you read a whole page and you don't know what you read? Think about it first. What happens if you read a whole page and you stop and you think, I have no idea what I just read? What happened? You should read it again to make sure you can tell who and what. Yes. Okay. Now, we went over the things I want to see you do today. And I'm going to show you. This is what I want you to do now, though. I'm going to talk about a mind map because I want you to be able to tell your partner what a mind map is and why we're doing it, okay? Be able to tell your partner what a mind map is and why we're going to do it. Okay, we just discussed all these things good readers do, right?
Right.
Yes. Today we're going to take this to the extreme, okay? We want to be able to see what you're thinking as you read. So you're going to write it all out. That's called the mind map. You're going to go from your mind to the paper. You're going to write it all out. Do you think we're going to have you do this every single time you read a book?
No.
It'll take a long time. But today, we're taking it to the extreme. So you're going to create a mind map on what you're doing as a reader to help you understand the story. Am I going to show you how to do that?
Yes.
You're going to write down your thinking right on the passage. I have the story on a piece of paper. We're going to write it out like a map. Eventually, not today, but eventually you're going to get together in groups and share your thinking with others, and you'll be able to learn from them, and they'll be able to learn from you. I know this is very tiny, but I'm going to explain it. So I'm going to show you what it looks like to record your thinking as you read. You're going to watch me. And I've already read my part and written and covered it with stickies so that didn't take too long. And then we're going to do it together. I'm going to ask you what you think, and I'm going to write it out for us up here. Then I'm going to give you your paper, and I'll read it to you, and you get to start doing it. Okay? Why do we want you to do this mind map? Why? Well, here's why. It will show us the thinking you are doing as you're reading. Your teacher and I get to see what you're doing as you're reading. It will give your teacher, your parents, and you, it will tell you what you're doing as you're reading. Maybe you make a lot of connections, but you're not asking very many questions. We might think, I wonder why not. See what's going on here. You'll learn from others as they share their mind map with you, and they're going to learn from you. So you get to learn from each other, okay? Now remember, we don't expect you to do this every time. But we do want to see all these skills as you read. We want to see you use all these things as you read, okay? Now, I know you have shoulder partners. I can see it. That's so cool. I love it. I want you with your shoulder partner to tell them, what is a mind map? What is a mind map? Just do that right now. What is a mind map? Just that one. What is a mind map? What are we going to do today? So here's what I heard you say. What I heard you say was we're going to read and we're going to write about what we're reading about. What are we thinking as we read? Okay? And I heard you say we're going to write it on stickies. I already have stickies on the paper. I covered up my answers. You guys are going to get it right on the paper. Okay? You'll get it right on the paper. Okay? Class.
Yes.
All together. We guys keep it all together, remember? Now, what is a mind map? Let's see if you can tell me what a mind map is. I haven't showed you yet. I've only told you. Yes.
It's like you read something.
We're going to read something.
And then you think it about in your mind.
Then we're going to think about it.
And then you can write it on a
Then we're going to write it on a piece of paper. Very sequential. That was very good thinking, and it was all in order. Great. Okay, now why am I here doing this with you? Why am I here doing this with you? Talk to your shoulder partner again. Why are we having you do this today? What do you think? What do you think? Yes.
To help us learn and get better at reading.
To help you learn and get better at reading. Okay. Yes.
So our fluency gets better.
Fluency. You know what? This will help you understand the story, and understanding the story helps with your fluency, and fluency helps you understand the story. They go together, don't they?
Nope.
Yes. Right in the back, you had an idea. Did you have an idea?
Yeah.
Yes.
It helps you what you're thinking.
Yeah.
So you remember what you're thinking.
Very good. Very good. But this is the book. I'm only going to read the first page today. We're only going to read the first page today. It's called The Junkyard Wonders, and it's by Patricia Polacco. She's a very, very, very good author. And remember, when I'm up here doing it, all you're going to do is listen and watch. Watch and listen to my thinking, because then we're going to do it together, aren't we? So The Junkyard Wonders. Now the first thing that I need to do when I look at a book is I should make predictions. Think about what the book's going to be about. And when I look at this, I know what a junkyard is. A junkyard is a place where they take garbage and old things and leftover things, and it must be about a girl. The junkyard wonders, I don't know if I have enough information to make a prediction yet, so I'm going to look at the first page of the book. I'm going to read a little bit, and I might make a prediction. Maybe the first picture has will help me make predictions. Oh, I see. She's at school. Looks like she might have some friends there, but this girl's shocked. I think she's going to school. She looks like she's pretty excited. She's pretty excited. This looks like her report card in her hand. She must have gotten good grades on her report card. That's my prediction. That she's at school. She must have gotten a report card. She's excited and she looks shocked. Okay? Do you think my prediction might change as I read?
Yes.
Maybe. Let's find out. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's the first part. The first passage is right here. Okay, do you see a lot of arrows there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to read. My heart sang. Well, what does it mean? Her heart sang. What does her heart sang mean? My heart sang as I walked to school with all of the kids on my grandma's block on the first day of school. That's an exciting time. I can make a connection there. It's her first day of school. That's pretty exciting time. Go ahead and put your hands down. I know you guys are thinking you're going to help me out in the second part. You might have good ideas too. I know you do. So it's her first day of school. That's pretty exciting, isn't it? Here's my connection. I bet she's happy. So I think if her heart's singing, it must mean that she's happy. Oh man, that connection I just made helped me figure out what it means that her heart sang. Now, I have another question. My heart sang as I walked to school with all of the kids on my grandma's block. I wonder why she's at her grandma's house. You know what I can infer? I know that sometimes kids before school, their parents drop them off at their grandma's house. So I think maybe her parents take her to grandma's before school and she walks from there. Yes, I think that's what happens. My mother and father had just decided I could stay just for one year there with my father and grandma in Michigan. Oh, She lives with her grandma. I just answered my own question because I read on to answer my question. Why is she at her grandma's house? Boy, my inference wasn't right. But that's okay because I read on and she's living with her grandma. But I have another question. Why was she living with her grandma? And then now I'm thinking about my prediction. I still don't know if I'm right or wrong if she has that report card in her hand, so I have to think about it. Now, did you guys see, I'm going to zoom out. This is what the mind map looks like once you get going. Wow, boys and girls, that was just one paragraph. Is that a lot of thinking that was going on in my head? Look at, I asked what's that, question? And then I what? Answered it. I also made some
connection.
Very good. And I made an inference, which is also, this inference was kind of like a prediction too. You infer when you predict. Now, you're going to help me with the next one. So as I read a sentence, I want you to try to make connections, ask questions. Maybe one student has a question and you're able to infer the answer. Or maybe somebody asks a question and you know you read the answer. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna do it together now.